Zach Johnson here again, and in this video we're going to be talking about the $132,000 Shoe Money AdSense check, basically answering some of the most asked questions about this, and I have a similar experience, so I should be able to answer everything really well. Let's go. So here's the Jeremy's AdSense check back in 2005. It's for $132,000, and he made that within a month, so we're going to be covering some of the profits, the stats, and possibilities. And back in 2006, I actually had a similar check. Mine was for $306,000 that was made within 1 month. And it wasn't with Google AdSense, but it was with the Yahoo Publisher Network. And that was Yahoo's version of Google AdSense. And there's just one more zoom in of the check. And you can actually read my story that I've written about this at zachjohnson.com. And I'll probably be making a video on this as well. So back in 2005, Jeremy was active on the Digital Point forum, and he started to share some of his tips and how he was making money with Google AdSense. And soon enough, he posted the picture, and then he came out with his blog at shoemoney.com. And today, the Shoe Money AdSense check is the #1 most viewed page on his site besides the main page. So he actually made a page that answers some of the most asked questions he gets on a daily basis about the AdSense check. So since I showed you the check in a previous video, I wanted to save you the time from having to actually email Shoe Money and ask him questions that he gets on a daily basis, and I can just cover them for you here. So the first question is, how much of the check was actually profit? And just like my experience where I got my big check, it was nearly all profit. At the time, Shoe Money's only cost was one server that he had, and it cost him $299 per month for hosting. So you could say at least $130,000 of that check was profit. And how much of that check was made from pay-per-click marketing? None of it was from pay-per-click marketing, and Shoe Money didn't even get into pay-per-click marketing at that point. He made all of this money just from placing Google AdSense on his site, and he had so much traffic that they were clicking on that banner, and he was making so much money on a daily basis, it just came up to $132,000 for that month. Next question is, where did all your traffic come from? Well, Shoe Money created this mobile website where people could download pictures and put them onto their mobile phone, and he thought it was really cool. So that's actually the basis of his site, and about 70% of the traffic was direct because people were sharing it with each other, or then they were going to the domain name, plugging it in. So people were finding the site, and then they liked it, they told their friends, or they would go back and visit it again. Other people would link to it from different resources, and only 15% of that was from search engines, and the other 15% was referrals. So most people were going directly to his site, and he didn't have to spend any money on getting people there. Now the next question is, how much traffic did Jeremy's site actually get to make that much money? Which is a great question, because you need a lot of traffic to actually make really good money with Google AdSense. See, he was pushing over 75,000 unique visitors to his site every day. And when you're pushing that type of volume and you have Google AdSense in a good placement and you have some quality content that blends it in really nicely, you can make some good money. So why did Jeremy get a paper check and not a wire? Well, this was back in 2005, and Google wasn't sending out wire transfers yet. Same thing in my case. Yahoo sent me a check, and the craziest thing, they're sending out these 6-figure checks, just regular mail. We didn't have to sign for them or anything. It was quite crazy. So do you think it's possible to still earn that kind of money today? Jeremy just simply says yes, and he gets this question nonstop. And it's not so much about using Google AdSense to make this type of money, it's about coming up with an idea, building a real business, building a brand, and providing quality content and a service that people need. Creating a site and throwing Google AdSense on and thinking you're going to get rich from it is a joke. It's not going to happen. Maybe 1 out of every million people who do it. Google AdSense is a great way to make money with a site, and it's a great first stepping stone for making your first dollar online, but it's most likely not going to make you over $100,000. So how long did it take to make that revenue? Now Jeremy says that he never tried to make money with his site for the first 1.5 years, and then he just concentrated on providing a good service because he knew people wanted to put pictures on their phone and make it easy, so that's what he did. And then after 2 years of running the site, he finally threw Google AdSense on it. So imagine how much money he could have made if he started from the beginning, but once he threw that on there, he made $132,000 in that first month, so he did pretty darn good. And I personally interviewed Jeremy and we talked all about this story. It's about an hour long. It's some really great content. It actually brings you from his first beginnings online to his multi-million-dollar company and how he's built it up to what it is today. So you can check that out at zachjohnson.com/episode 6, or you can find it on iTunes. So please check it out and let me know what you think. Thank you so much for watching this latest video. I know I cover a lot of topics and resources for you to work with, so I actually created a blogging resources page for you to go to and see everything in one simple area. You can access that page by going to blogging.org and clicking on the resources button, or you can simply go to blogging.org/resources. From here, you're going to see all of my recommended tools, solutions, basically everything I use to grow my website, blog, and business to what it is today. You're also going to see my latest courses on there as well, so be sure to check it out at blogging.org/resources, and I look forward to seeing you in the next video.